again for another vlog. This one is just going to be kind of a gym session between, or what a gym session looks like between World Cup races when I'm at home, which is what I'm doing today. Just kind of a morning before lunch gym session, and I'm just going to bring you along and show you what I'm doing. Just in the middle of doing my warm-up. What's on paper by Fit4Racing, my coach the last few years, is we're going working up to kind of a heavy, kind of 90% of my true max-ish there, just see how it feels with my knee. And we're going to do 2 reps and 2 sets of that. So just kind of keeping the muscles ticking over, just keeping them loaded after Poland and before we head off again for Loudenvielle. And then we've just got some cardio stuff, just to keep the lungs and stuff ticking over as well, just to keep the cardio side of things topped up. That does feel surprisingly light though.
What's next on the list?
So now we're going with kind of a variation of split lunge where I'm holding kettlebells in like a shoulder press position and just kind of like you're on a bike, just mini squats, just fatiguing the legs and the quads, just getting the burn in, simulating that feeling you get to when you get to the bottom of the run, when your legs can be a little bit tired sometimes, or well, they shouldn't be tired if you do this. Whoa, this will be hard. Jesus.
I have to get the pain face in. Can you say how long the reps are again, or how long the set is?
They are 40 seconds of movement with 20 seconds off.
Killer. Feeling the burn.
Feeling the burn is right.
Are you late for the workout? Oh, there's his downward dog. Getting that move double on marching. It's not for everyone, I'd say, is it?
No, definitely not. Could be doing worse stuff. That is refreshing. Jesus.
Do you want to let us know why Johnny might have added those exercises?
Basically to try replicate or simulate what it's like, kind of, you could say, the next race in Loudenvielle. There's a lot of kind of where you're in that kind of holding a squat or split lunge position,
pumping and stuff where you're trying to get out of the wind, be low, but you're still trying to pump the bike while staying low. So for the whole top half of the track, that's what Loudenvielle is like, and that's what he's just trying to simulate. And that is definitely a lot harder than doing a run down Loudenvielle.
We know Poland was cold, but how cold was it?
I think on race day, when I checked my phone or like used a filter on my phone, it was like 4 degrees and it was snowing at the top for the women's, and there was actually still a small bit of snow still there. It hadn't melted all before the last elite men dropped, so it was really cold. And I remember the last practice run before the race run, I was actually coming down and I was like, I can't fully feel my fingers. It was getting that cold just from one run.
So it was worse than the bleak Irish winter's day.
Definitely similar. Not too much in the difference, but at least I was trained in for it.
Yeah.
You had a bruised rib coming out of Carrick.
I'm still struggling with that. After Carrick, I've been winded before, and I just thought, oh yeah, it'll go in a few days, which obviously, once after a few days, even the night before the race in Poland, the physio of the team was like checking my ribs, and I actually they're still bruised, so obviously ribs take a while to recover and everything, so they are getting better. It's just a case of sometimes being out of breath or coughing, or actually the worst thing I can do is run with my diaphragm moving around. So running is the hardest thing. But apart from that, they're getting better.
Can you talk through your strategy to tackle the track? Was it full send to the bottom, or did you have like a specific plan of action?
What I've been really practicing in the pre-season races when I was in Portugal and stuff, and just travelling around, just with my sports psychologist, is try not be, what seems to be working for me is I always perform best when I'm super chill and relaxed. So that's just what I worked on in the pre-season races, and by being super chill and relaxed is just seems to be the strategy, and that's what I done going into Poland. Just try not get overhyped, or if I got too hyped listening to a song, listen to a different song to bring me back down. Like some people need to be crazy, like so hyped up going into the start gate, while I was like trying to be as chill and as least hyped as I could, and it seemed to work pretty good for the race run in Poland. And I seemed to just be able to focus in and do what I needed to do. And the run was, I wouldn't say I had a game plan, I was just focused on riding the track how I was riding all practice and hitting the lines that I was doing in practice, which I was doing no problem every run. So it wasn't like I was trying to save energy or anything, but which was nice to know was on the sprint section, I won the sprint pedal section in time training, and in the race I didn't lose anything compared to the likes of Pirion or Richie Rude, and even Bruni lost a second when he was up on the sprint to me. So at least it's good to know that I have the legs for a pedal, which in Loudenvielle could come in handy. Calorie, 12 thrusters, 10 calorie, 10 thrusters, 8 calories, 10 thrusters, 8 thrusters, and a 3-minute break, and the same again.
Nobody likes trust.
No. Thank you.
I like that you kept the head on.
Yeah.
A big gas.
Just a tad.
I give you the rusty ribs.
Yeah. Oh. That is another workout done. I almost feel dizzy, but at least now I can enjoy the rest of the day after doing that. Maybe go to find a pool or a sauna somewhere and relax. Lots of people were asking me in Poland. I stayed in dry tyres. Something that I used to always do as a junior was, no matter how wet it was, stay in dry tyres. Because sometimes, you know, people going back and forth, different tyres. And I just found I was comfortable. Had enough confidence after riding the dry tyres all winter to just stay on them, and that's what I was on. So cooked child fronts in the front and the back all weekend. Poland was obviously the first one of the year, and we ended up having, I don't know, I counted, I think there was around 20 or maybe even 25 Irish people between the other juniors racing. Their parents were out, and loads of my family, friends, and yeah, good to have some Irish support and Irish flags over the finish line banners when you come across the line, especially after doing a good run is nice. So obviously loads of my other friends are planning on coming out to others, but it's nice to have family, friends, other Irish people coming out. So thanks everyone for coming.